Hey guys, so I just finished the movie. This is episode 2, and we're doing a video on part 2. Now, by just finished the movie, I literally finished the movie on my computer. I went out of VLC, and I immediately went to Audacity. So hello guys. So let's get into the plot. So basically Alice, the survivor from the first movie, is chilling in her house 5 years, maybe 5 months. I don't know. In the movie I heard them mention 5 years and 5 months, but let's just say 5 years. And after just chilling and taking a shower, she gets murdered. I'll show the clip right here. Either way, it's basically just part 1 again for like 99% of the movie until the way end. But either way, that night, counselors go to a bar. Paul and Ginny, basically our main characters, think it's getting late and they start to head back to camp. They get back to camp and they're a little bit suspicious because everybody's gone. But Ginny goes upstairs to search for them, and bruh, it's Jason! Yeah, you remember him from the first movie? But basically, Paul tries to beat the crap out of Jason. But he's Jason, can't beat him. So Ginny runs out trying to start her car, but it doesn't start. So she runs into the woods and comes across an abandoned shack. And fun fact is, it's Jason's shack. Wow! And I do want to add, this is very, very important. I just want to thank Jason for his hygiene. He literally has a toilet in his a little abandoned shack. Thank you for your hygiene. But basically, this is the first time that we see his mother. But you're probably asking, like, what do you mean? The mother's dead. And yeah, that is true, but her head and her sweater is sitting basically as a shrine in Jason's shack. And around the shrine is tons of dead bodies. As well as, I didn't actually know this, but right now I'm on the wiki, the rotten corpse of Alice. Maybe that's in, like, the uncut version. I didn't know about that. But Ginny remembers the legend of Jason, now knowing that it's Jason. She grabs the mother's sweater and puts it on, pretending to be his mother, trying to trick him so Jason doesn't kill her. She knocks down Jason and then runs out of the room. By the way, the clip will play right here.
Please help me. Jason. You've done your job well, and Mommy is pleased. That's a good boy. Now come to Mommy. Come on. Come on. Mommy
has a reward for you.
Jason, Mother is talking to you!
Jason, Mother is talking to you.
Come on. Come on. That's my boy.
Come, kneel down. That's the plan. That's my good boy. That's a good boy. Good Jason.
He runs back to the main camp. Apparently, Paul's still alive. They're sitting in the main cabin thinking finally it's done. But they hear knocking on the door. But it's just the little doggy from earlier. But then, right when Ginny's trying to pet the dog, Jason jumps through the window, kind of like the boat scene in the first. Then she wakes up, being put into an ambulance. Wow, that was spooky, but now the movie's done. They do drag racing in my small town outside. Please tell him to go away. Okay, finally, he's done. Now this is talking time, where I talk about my final thoughts on the movie. Now, first, I'm going to talk about some of the problems I've heard people say about the movie. Number one is that he's old in this one, and at the end of part one, he was like 12, you know? The reason why the end of part one was a dream. I mentioned this in the first video, it was a dream, okay? He's been growing up this whole time. Number two is the ending with his hair. Like, his hair is too luscious for people. Like, yeah, I guess it's a little bit too much hair, but I don't have a problem with it. But some people, if they don't like a movie, they need to have dumb things to complain about it. So, yeah. Now we're going on to things I like about it. The number one thing I always think of is the ending. The ending in this movie is excellent. Okay, I have to admit they could have like branched on the child psychology thing with Ginny a little bit more, but the ending was so cool. The first time I watched it, I was just amazed. Number two is I think he's the most realistic in this one. That has its pros and cons. I guess I'll talk about both. First, the cons. The thing that's bad about him being super realistic is that he gets beat up a lot. Like, he's pretty weak in this one. Like, yeah, he can still take a couple hits, but I'm sure somebody who's really strong in real life could take about as much as him. The pros are that I really love how he has a bag on his head. I've heard people say pillowcase. I've always thought it was like a potato sack, or at least I think it's a potato sack. But I think the potato sack type of thing and his like overalls are very realistic. My only problem with that, this is another con, but why the pickaxe? I don't get it. Like, later on we find out he does have machetes. Why didn't he use the machete? Or at least Ginny had a machete. I'm guessing she got that from his house. And now I think we should compare the final girls of 1 and 2. Let's first talk about Alice. She does die at the beginning, but either way, she was pretty cool in the first one. She could take multiple beatings and still troop on like the best person ever. But Ginny was pretty cool too. She used a pitchfork later on, and I thought that was really cool. She also did the same. She got hurt more, and she didn't really troop on as much, but she was pretty cool too. Her child psychology thing was pretty cool, but again, they should have branched on it more. It wasn't super duper interesting, but maybe if they branched on it more, it would be more interesting. So yeah, I really like this movie. What am I gonna rate it? A good 8, maybe an 8. The first one got an 8.3, mostly because it's iconic. If it wasn't iconic, it'd probably be pretty tied with this one. Probably, of course, a little bit less, but still. I like this movie a good amount, so, yeah, bye.